So I just have to remember this build because I am going to wipe it. I'm going to take my A-class car and throw on a bunch of upgrades. And then bring it down to B-class. I should build a GS350. I've got one of those, I think. I don't know if it's a 350, though. All right. Let's see if I get this right. It didn't have race tires, did it? Yeah. That's the build. So it doesn't have race tires, unfortunately. I can't fit race tire. I could fit race tires, but it's so heavy if I do that. 3,000, or I gain what, 300 pounds ish doing that. But then I do have race tires and I can run soft, so I think I'm actually gonna try and make this work. Take off the bumper, take off the hood. Let's see how heavy rims do. Okay, that helps a lot. That's a big help. That's so heavy though. For a B-class car without a whole bunch of power, it's going to take a lot to move that weight, but let's see what happens with it. Suki's S2K is another one. Yep, for sure. Yeah, that's I'd say, like, you could argue that some of the cars in Too Fast, Too Furious still stayed iconic. Like, yeah, Suki's S2K, Brian's R34. The two main cars, though, the Evo and the Eclipse, just did not do it for just about anybody. It's just not a good a good look. Like the puke green Evo, like, why? Just make it green like his Eclipse from the first movie. You would have been fine, you know? Like, So I gotta reset the tire pressure. I will have to redo the gearing and probably some other stuff, but let's give it a run.
10 minutes till restart.
What's up, Gav? Drifting the 67 Mustang fastback. Yep. What's up, Summer? Thank you very much for that support. I appreciate it. Yo, yo, yo. I feel like this thing's going to be really slow, but we'll see what happens. Again, gearing needs to be adjusted from the A-Class too. Oversteer needs to be added. It's really grippy though. Obviously feels heavy, because it's very heavy. That's the 92 Fox body that the brother drives. Is that what you're talking about? Doing great, Summer. The Lycan? I mean, that's a normal car. Well, it's not a normal car. It's a hypercar. But it's just a car. It's not customized. It's just a car, you know? With a very short-lived life as well. And the one thing that really kind of shows the I guess the switch from car movie to action movie for me in not Need for Speed Fast and Furious franchise is when they start pulling up with like whatever cars and they don't even show the cars. They don't the cars are just like normal versions of the cars. Sure, they might be supercars and whatever else, but they don't focus on anything of the cars, any details of the cars. They don't do anything with the cars either. And that kind of made me lose a little bit of the edge that franchise gave me over others. And it's like, okay, yeah, this is just focused on action now. Sometimes they bring in cool cars and stuff, but it's not really as much of a car action movie. It's just an action movie, right? Yes, they still have cars and they still do stuff with cars, and it's still around that a little bit, but it's less focused on the cars and more on the action. Less of the culture and all that kind of stuff, right? Oh, one car that I did actually really like was the bad guy in the last movie, in the X, was it, it's whatever it is. His purple, oh, what was it again? It's like a drag car though. Can't remember what that car was. I think it was a Dodge of some sort. Looked really cool. Yeah, Momoa's character. The Buick is cool, yeah, but it's still just a, you know, normal. Was it an Impala? Maybe it was. I can't remember what movie it was, but it was the one where they're working with, like the drug dealers and stuff in Mexico. And there was a Celine Mustang in that they got loaded in the trailer and was part of that clip going under the tunnel. That car looked pretty sick. But again, it's a Celine Mustang. Although they do really give a lot of support to Celine in the movies overall, which is kind of cool.
Race starts in 5 minutes.
Favorite car movie? I don't know. I struggle with picking favorites. Oh, it was a 66 Impala. Nice. Fast 4? Gotcha. I guess I thought it was maybe a Dodge. Well, I don't even remember what the car was. I know it looked cool because it was a drag car. But it gave me Dodge vibes because of the purple, right? Because really only Dodge was making purple cars from that era. It's not too bad, Ghost, to be honest, for being this heavy. Yeah, the plum crazy. Aw, not quite. Alright, so let's bring the gearing back to reality. Whoop, there goes gravity. And pull that down, pull this shorter a little bit. There we go. Honestly, it's still got quite a bit of grip. I'm going to give it a bit more oversteer, a bit less grip on the rear, and hope that it feels similar, but I get a bit more pace out of it. The Blues Brothers. I don't know if Race Mom's still in here, but a movie that we used to watch. I don't even know if you could find it. But the original Taxi movies, the French ones, if anybody has ever seen those, not a lot of people have. But they were, yeah, with the Peugeot, yeah, they were sick. They were great movies. And then, then they remake the Taxi franchise, I think, right? With like a New York Taxi, and just put a blower on it or whatever. And I'm like, oh man, they're holy over there, are they? See, nobody knew about them here, except I don't know how we got a hold of them, but we had them on like, I don't know if it was a CD or something. Baby Driver, honestly, Baby Driver was a sick movie. My favorite thing about that movie, yes, there were some good stunts and some good driving, but the way they matched the music with what was going on in the movie was so well done. Washington High School and French lessons. Oh, hell yeah, brother. Yeah, I mean, in the original Taxi movie, there was the car transformed too, but it was a lot more into like a touring car style car, right? Yeah, in the American one, it just looked ridiculous, like super overkill, super American, right? But in the original one, it looked sick. So I still feel about the same rear grip, which is what I wanted. A little bit more turning ability. Maybe a little less on the rear, but not that noticeable. Down on pace because this lap is a bit of a throwaway, but I think it'll be okay. Ford versus Ferrari, yep, that's a good shout. Reverse entry? Oh, I didn't get a chance to pull out of it. Oh well. Transporter. You know what movies nobody's said yet? Rush is a good movie. Back to the Future. Does it count as a car movie? 24 players. Mr. Rogers flying in his Acura. Venom 4's in the BRZ. Yeah, I won't be able to compete with any of those times with this big boat, but let's see what I can do. Absolutely a car movie it is. I personally did not like Gran Turismo because I'm too close to the scene and too much of it is inaccurate or doesn't make sense or is ridiculous and it drives me nuts. It's like there was a Junior Dragster movie way back in the day, and it was so painful to watch for me because I obviously did it. I raced Junior Dragsters for a long time, if you don't know. But if you're too close to the subject, and the subject and matter is not accurate in the movie, you lose your friggin' mind. It was a Disney movie, Higgle. Yep. At least I do. I lose my mind when that's the case, because I can't stand it. It drives me nuts. And we're in a race at Indy in B class with a lot of people, and I'm gonna get smoked. But let's see what this big old pig can do. It's 3,800 pounds, just under 3,800 pounds. But I squeezed race tires onto it. We'll see what happens. There's some fast drivers and some really fast cars. But let's see if I can keep a respectable pace with this big boat. Drop to the back of the field. And let's get rolling. 22 drivers on tap here. Around the outside. Ooh, I was gonna go inside. That got closed off pretty quickly from some awkward lines here. I should have sent the outside here as well. Hopefully I don't get squeezed too hard. Oh, we're good. Bit of a bump drop to the Mini. And hopefully the power in this big old V8 carries through, and it's really not because the car is so heavy. I'm sending the outside, hoping that I survive out here. It worked. Couple positions gained. Now we got the Cayman to deal with. Let's go underneath. Hit a good exit. And away I go. Right on Track was the movie, Higgle. You're right. Right on Track was the movie. And I couldn't stand watching that movie. I think it was based on Erica Enders and her sister, though, right? And Erica Enders has now become one of the best pro stock drivers of all time. They do, dudes. Alright. 18th place. Not a great start, and the pack has thinned out a lot here. I really need to get clear of this group to start doing some damage. Not literally, but at least positions wise. This is a pretty quick lobby though. A lot of people in strong cars, so it's going to be tough to compete, but let's see here. See if I can squeeze underneath. On the gas early as I could with that angle. Take my run to the outside, just around the Miata. Sixteenth place now. Somebody just ate it. I'd like to get some pace and join this group ahead, and I think it won't be too long before that happens. As I said, I think it won't be too long. Here I am, arriving. Exo set and a little Porsche. I think that is, right? Or Jag. I keep forgetting that this is B class. And you can hold a lot of stuff flat out that you normally can't. Exo set. We'll see you later. Probably see you in the braking zone, but who knows? A BRZ. Yeah, there's the Exo set. They'll pass me and then they'll get passed again. They have no straight line speed. I'm gonna go left here. And hope that I can maybe get one more position on the straight. Not quite. White car is a bit of a cork in the bottle. Ooh. Exo set making room for himself. I just don't think I'm gonna get clear. Exo set driving off. I don't think I'm gonna get clear to run a decent lap here. I'm just too caught in traffic. Actually, this might be a good opening here. I'm very curious what the other build on this car would look like though, and what the pace would be. If the weight savings would be worth it over the tire difference. I kind of want to build the other version to see which is better. Weight reduction or running soft tires, and I think soft tires will be better, but it's just not what like a BRZ can do or anything like that. Now, if this car got the V6, we'd be having a different conversation. The V6 would make this thing a beast. It's a Jag. Speaking of Jag, has anyone been following what they've been doing lately? A lot of people aren't super happy with their brand's direction. New direction. Oh. It's, yeah, something. It's something. Yeah, it's a D-type. It's not round enough to be a Porsche. It's too flat. Oh, no. Oh, no. 0.6. Yeah, fair enough. I would like to get 10th place at least, but just caught up in too much traffic. Like, that's 1.1 seconds up on my best lap. It wasn't even that good of a lap either. Like, I still missed turn 1 there. And I'm probably going to be like 5/10 green or something silly on the first split. A second green. Just shows how much I've been slowed down through this whole race. After missing T1, I'm still a second up. Catching this group of cars pretty quickly. Gonna run out of time though, and I've got the penalty. Let's see if I can make up a position anyway. Front tires are struggling with the weight. They're yellow now. Initial braking was good there. And then I adjusted thinking I was going to stop a little short. But then forgot that my tires are going. So. There we go. At least I'm going to get one clean lap, and it's not that great of a lap, that's for sure. But I'll take it. $32.4 in this big boat. 31's in it for sure. But you know what? That's a fast field. And in the 13 Mustang weighing that much, it's hard to get through the field, even if I have the pace. But everyone's pretty tight, so getting through the field when everyone's that tight takes a lot. Just didn't quite have it in the big boat of a Mustang.